Yeah, no other ones.
Alright, so, like I said, this game is between Litenang and CapnDrake. This card is wrong. What happened to CapnDrake? And this cheat, man. Something keeps breaking in this stupid tournament cheat. Whatever.
Drake currently
Grace, you're
undefeated,
not streaming to Discord, by the
0-0
way.
record.
Yeah, CapnDrake's new player has already won an MT, I think, so that's pretty impressive.
Pretty impressive for being a new player
Yeah.
and having not.
I don't know, man. I stopped. Somehow the sheet keeps breaking, and I don't care anymore.
Drake just can't be contained in a simple racer card. But who can be contained in a racer card is Drake's opponent, Litenang. He has 24-22 win rate, almost 50%, but being in as many tournaments that Litenang has been in, it's impressive to even be above 50%.
Yeah.
50%. And some
50%.
people might discount Litenang. Remember, Litenang got 9th last MT. That's a good placement.
It says 12.
It's 9th because of how
it's the same.
she
I
is.
know. I just started looking. Alright, so, yeah, Litenang versus CapnDrake, pretty exciting match. Loser 7, we're moving pretty close. I think losers 9 is
It's losers 9, yeah.
That's the qualifying round. Yeah.
It is 3 wins. It'll after this match, whoever wins will be 2 wins away from top 8.
Yeah, I'm also in losers 7, so that's why I know. That's like the way my brain works. Oh, this is relatable to my situation. So probably a lot of games played because I think they went down kind of early-ish. Oh, not
Drake
really.
went down like winners 3, I think.
Close enough.
Or 4.
Yeah, 4. And Litenang went down in winners 5. But it's actually played less games. Interesting how like the brackets work like that. So Litenang playing Masked Riders Club Battle Race.
That's the Mad Gear.
Oh
like,
yeah, the bad Mad Gear. The bad gear.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what they called it actually on like the arcade flyers.
Bad. Rywak in Motor Heroes. Oh, I'm seeing like a trend. And then Bouncing Ball. The trend has died.
I mean, is a ball just not a car that is spherical?
It's got like one Omni wheel.
Yeah, one Omni wheel car.
And apparently played against Triscorp in Tall Infinity.
Oh, yeah, the puzzle
Not a
mode.
plate game. Yeah.
Doing 25 levels or whatever. That was a fun race. I liked it. And it was pretty close actually. There were some like skipping of the levels, so it was kind of unclear how close it was. But Litenang did well to keep up. Score did pretty well. Score.
And on CapnDrake's side, CapnDrake played Overclocked, which is that dashing, like Mega Man-esque style game. Sleepy Blocks, which, as we always have to say, Internet Dirigible destroyed in his testing time.
You gotta point it out when it happens.
Always got to do it.
Like
but
pointing
then
out
lost,
that there's a solar eclipse.
but lost to the Gons in Tough Love Machine, which was the push hearts with the 2 opposite hands.
Yeah. It was a fun game. It was kind of Sokoban-esque, but had some neat ideas. Made it way better than fun.
I don't know what.
In you?
Jikinjo.
Yes.
Wasn't that the Mahjong like Sokoban game? Yes.
Oh,
The one with the
That's-
Mahjong tiles.
that sounds like a game.
Sounds
Probably the most game of all time.
that sounds like one of the video games.
Yeah, I remember that match because I think Andy was in it as well. It was like, yeah, it was Andy and Drake both playing their opposite matches. I think, yeah, they both won. They both like, Andy crushed it, but Drake, I mean, that was a little closer, I think.
And then I think I know the Yuge match was Kirby Tilt and Tumble. Which is interesting because I am aware of that game. It has skips, and I just don't think emulating it is perfect, but still fun game. It's a Kirby game, so I love it. But as we are getting set up, this is... I mean, we're getting near the end of our tournament here. We're only a few more matches until we have top 8. Essentially 3 weeks away. So matches are getting sparser and sparser. Pretty much everyone left in the tournament is a scary opponent. Like Maurice, you've played CapnDrake before.
Have I?
Have you?
Did I win?
I feel like you've had.
Maybe.
Yes.
Did I win?
Yes.
Oh,
Grand
nice.
Finals.
Oh yeah, you played CapnDrake in Grand
Wait, no,
Finals.
the finish.
Oh. Nice. Oh yeah, I remember. So I remember the grand final.
The finish was the last game.
Yeah, Flink to the Finish was great. You should see that game again, but it's kind of short, I guess.
I think they just got it out of early access. I know because I got the Steam key for it because I kickstarted it.
Yeah, I think it's on my wish list.
Oh, so it's out?
It might be in early access. I just know I have a key and I have played.
It's still in early access.
The game is still real fun. But like getting into the psychology of going up against an MT champion, previous MT champion, someone who's very consistent, you know, with that 0-0 scorecard.
Yeah, I mean, like, he defeating CapnDrake and he still kept his 0-0. That's impressive.
Yeah, wow. Maybe you beat him so badly in Grand Finals that like it just wiped all his history. Like,
Resets all of his memory.
wow. He's never gonna be able to show his face after that one.
You've turned CapnDrake into an RPG protagonist. No memories. Fresh slate.
Silent too. It fits.
Dream for CapnDrake, I didn't know.
CapnDrake 2, I think.
Yeah, I gotta update it on.
Oh my god, yeah, people betting all the points. I don't have any because I lost them all betting for Arcless.
I know why it broke, because someone updated the stream on the contact sheet, but they didn't put it in the stream, they put it as the SRL username, so it breaks the card loading because it's looking for CapnDrake 2. Alright, hold on. I'm gonna delay this race for the...
I want to know who this legendary player, legendary SRL racer CapnDrake 2 is.
Look at this! Oh my god, CapnDrake trying to hide the fact that he's got 10 top 8 appearances, a win rate of 78%, won 2 MTs, and it's just a crazy person. 76-21 win-loss ratio. Crazy.
That is one of the highest. Not the highest, but one of the highest.
Man. Alright,
78, that is crazy.
That is
you know who has a higher win rate, Maurice?
Not me, if you're gonna allude to that, because...
Oh, I guess not now, yeah.
Yeah, my card was updated. With my actual MT16 stats, which kind of brought me down a little. But, so, my plan in this one was to drop into I play more matches, and so far it's working.
True.
That's how you build up that high win percentage. I had 3 tournaments where I got knocked into losers pretty early and then had some good runs. That's why I have a very high win rate.
Alright, let's have a look at the game. TPC, what is this game?
It is
I didn't
games plural. I also don't have Discord stream, so I can't tell. Okay, now I see it on stream. This is Sega Racing RTA. This is, if you have seen NES Sports RTA that we had before in Mystery Tournament made by lovely Polari. Oh yeah, it still says MT16 because I didn't update it. I just literally resubbed this. You know that NES Sports RTA is a collection of a bunch of racing games that Polari made. Not racing games. Those are sports games, which are usually not viable.
Hold on, this is a bad idea.
I think the console version is fine because this is a different song. But I don't know. You might want to.
No,
this
it's fine.
for now.
I don't care.
Yeah, usually a lot of arcade racers and arcade games in general are not very MT viable because there's just like not enough to optimize there, and like there's weird stuff where they're just too short. So I took 4 of them, 4 classic Sega arcade racers, and I stuck them all in a scripted collection, and it turned out that it was pretty fun to play through, and I had a blast. So we're starting off with the arcade racer to end all arcade racers, Daytona.
So what I know about Daytona is that it has insane rubber banding.
Yes,
Like,
it is actually just
insane.
crazy.
The strategy is to be in second before the last turn or whatever.
Yeah, it's really crazy.
But I guess this is time attack, so we can't really do that here.
Yeah.
Which is good.
All these are going to be time attack.
Okay, that's good. Rubber banding is
Another
the
weird
worst.
feature about Daytona is that it has like auto correction, like on straightaways. It will automatically start to correct you.
So this is actually the 3rd compilation game in MT so far.
Oh, what's oh, I know NES Sports. What's the other one?
We had a Genesis arcade.
Ooh, Sega Genesis arcade medley, yes. That was a very fun one. I tested that last MT, and I actually resubbed it on Nico Jazz's behalf this time because I had a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, so it had a lot of like your arcade-esque style games like Frogger, Flicky, but like it's really fun to see those kinds of games because they're not typically MT viable, and just like all of these racing games, it's fun to get kind of a different flavor into the mix.
It's also like an adaptability puzzle because obviously we have more than one game here. We have 4 different racing games, and they all control fairly differently. So it's having to kind of adjust on the fly to just playing differently and steering differently while also just driving cleanly in general.
Litenang is driving like dangerously close to the pit lane. I know it's a very bad idea to drive into the pit lane.
Yes. Daytona does have the pit lane,
Oh,
and I
yeah.
believe it is still active in time attack.
Something's going on with Litenang's car.
Forgot how to move, apparently.
Oh, really? What? So, Litenang knew that his game, like, there's some problems with the game. It didn't run perfectly fine, and I guess has decided that the way it didn't run perfectly fine right now was too much, and we are going to redraw.
How am I the only person that didn't have, like, any technical problems with this?
I mean, we raced it last time, Brosencha and someone did some other
Piper,
Kuso.
it was a double.
Yeah,
I know
that
Brosencha
too.
and Piper were there. I was gonna go on SRL to search for it, but I realized this is listed under multi-games, so it's gonna be impossible to
Oh,
find.
you can find the goal maybe on the right.
Yeah, I could. I don't think so. I think I tried that before, because it hasn't been commonly raced. It's just gonna be like Mega Man, like 1 through 4, or whatever.
Congrats.
Congrats, you did it. Oh no, you hit start again. Don't exit.
That would be bad.
Don't mash it.
The big trick is just look up Brosencha's past race history,
Oh, that is a good idea.
or you can just look at what Piper put in the chat. The real strat is get someone else to do it for you.
So Litenang has resumed growing after finding out that maybe he bound some other button to quick save.
I did not change any of the hotkeys, so they are all default.
Oh, you should have disabled them. Oh no, we're going
Yeah,
into
I
the
probably
pit.
should.
Oh,
I
but
probably should have.
too late.
I don't even know what BitSock default quick save is because I always change mine.
Things like Lightning would bind gas to water or something.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's really weird.
break in the pit.
Oh no, Drake went into the pit.
Big mistake.
It worked.
It worked.
I know if you do get damaged enough, then it does like actually slow down your car.
All right, so just to like update on the race situation, we do have a race. Lightning will get a time of I don't know, like 3 minutes ish. Let's see, that was really bad. That after 2 minutes, and then that was it after another 2 minutes. So I think Lightning will get roughly -2 minutes.
Yeah, I'm just going off of that 5th lap time.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that is a good idea. I love this amusement park track. I love that you can see the roller coaster. Not on this lap, but on the other ones. Oh no, there it is. Yeah, it's like actually moving in real time around the whole track. It's like Baby Park and Mario Kart or something.
But we'll
Except,
get the
except it doesn't hit you.
we'll get the official retime from our moderator.
This makes this race a lot less exciting.
Yeah, it was like really cool last time because like it was physically close as well. You could see both the racers.
But just going off of the like, I'm looking at the times. I think Drake's times were still a little bit better than Lightning's, and I think we'll be able to
I've
tell.
seen Lightning like crash, and like I don't think I've seen Drake really crash all that much. There was really just the one pit work thing, but well, and things like that.
I mean, the
but...
pit is huge. It's like a 30-second time loss. I wonder if Lightning will fall for the pit. Because here, if you look at this, it's kind of unclear which part is the pit and which part is the one that doesn't cost you 30 seconds. But Lightning doesn't fall for it. And I agree with FFAO. Actually, Lightning's times were better. Lightning was ahead.
Oh, interesting.
I don't know. We'll have to see if it carries through because we are still only on Daytona. I want to say there's 4 tracks from Daytona. It might have been 5 actually. I think Daytona has the most. So I know Sega Rally has 3. The Touring Car has 2, and Manix TT Superbike has 2.
Daytona is really cool because the arcade cap, like 2 connected seats, right? Like most racing arcade caps. But then you can connect 4 of those, so you've got 8 players in total. And it does cool stuff with like the setup of it during attract mode, which is before anyone plays. There's like stuff that uses all the screens at the same time.
Yeah, it's so cool. It was like, I believe it was the first racing game to have like linked multiplayer like that, especially up to 8 players. Definitely nothing like that before.
And you can get like 2 bigger TVs that you put on top that show like the racing positions and everything. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's so neat.
I'm a big fan.
I would love to see it in a real arcade.
I'm a big fan of presentation like that when it comes to arcade cabinets.
So what I'm noticing between both Drake and Lightning right now is I think Drake is actually going a little bit slower and taking these turns a little bit easier, while Lightning has been just flooring it throughout every lap.
What do you think, TPC? Is that a good strategy?
I went fast, and I was good at making the turns. I don't know. It's just drive better.
Yeah, like the reason why we probably haven't seen Drake crash as much is because Drake is taking these turns much slower and avoiding that, and it seems to be
yeah,
that
like Lightning hard crash, did a flip, and was still going 70 miles an hour.
And Drake is still having some wall issues, like hits the walls a few times and is equivalently like losing that same amount of time, but just isn't driving as fast.
Lightning is
Oh no, Drake's the magic start.
less than a minute behind. Lightning
Yeah,
is ahead
Lightning
in the
is
race,
moving
100%.
fast.
Oh my god, look how
think
good he's taking these turns.
Yeah, Drake's slow and steady strat is just like, it doesn't really work in racing games like this.
I think if this continues, Lightning is gonna overtake CapnDrake pretty soon. Yeah, look, CapnDrake is braking. We're going 115, that's so slow.
Yeah, Drake isn't really drifting as really at all.
Oh, the pits, right. Torn Noob. I
Yeah.
forgot about the pit.
And Drake is just like adamant about staying in third gear, just never going above third.
And then this still is the first game of 4, correct?
Yes. I want to say that there's 5 tracks in this, and Dinosaur Canyon is the third. We're burning up the tires.
Yeah, Drake is just having kind of a bit of a struggle, like consistently turning.
Oh, okay. What did Lightning do? But he's on the next track. But the official preliminary retime is 1:45. There's going to be like a very close retime if it's still close after that. But 1:45 is kind of what we're looking at.
I think if that's the case, Lightning
And
is in the lead.
Lightning's ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, you can just do the math. 20 seconds into would mean 2 and 5 seconds. CapnDrake isn't even that far. It's 30 seconds behind, actually. What is he saying?
You're burning up the tires.
Oh, burning. It didn't sound like burning.
Yeah, it does not sound like burning.
It felt like lining. Oh, they're going to... There's a big sign this time.
It's clearly labeled.
I guess I should turn up so I can actually hear what it's actually saying.
I don't think we'll have much talking for the rest, I think. Except for Sega Rally, of course, but I think the other ones are mostly silent. Aside from the wonderful music that
Yeah, the room.
I don't... Yeah, and the vroom.
The only sound clip you need is you're running out of energy.
Yeah, I was thinking the same, man.
Yeah, they need that in this game.
It's such good sound clip.
Oh, my creator. Say that whenever lightning crashes.
There was also the Sega, no, not Sega, something the Rally, different FFAO sub, which I played in MT16, one of those. And there was this one track where you could fall off the track, and it had this funny
that
animation that the
Euro.
driver would go.
Oh my god. It was so funny. I love that race.
Yeah. Oh, Lightning.
I think
Did not have a good turn there. Is actually going to have
real bad.
a slower lap time.
Yeah, but
than-
barely. And the first one was so much better. So
Yeah, but-
still making up time.
Yeah, consistently though, Lightning is having
Ooh.
faster lap times.
But his car, 203
Yeah,
miles
look
an
at
hour.
that 200.
That's pretty fast. Just cutting across the grass. Ooh, oh, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, not so bad. Not so bad.
Worked out. Oh,
I
no.
can't take speedometers in games seriously anymore after playing
F-Zero.
after playing Bayou Billy on the NES, where like you're gonna move like 300 miles per hour on a dirt road on just like a Jeep. Like
F-Zero's
It was so funny.
speedometer is also crazy.
yeah, especially because in FunFest like I was doing snaking for the track, so it'd be like, oh, you're moving like 3,000 kilometers per hour all the time.
Oh, so this is a 2-lap track.
Yeah, but it's really
this
long.
one is
I
very
remember This
long.
one. You go like across this bridge twice and loop back. Track.
Back ahead.
Thanks for letting me know. Oh, I'm reacting pretty late to that turn.
Yeah, the Saturn definitely suffers compared to the arcade from the draw distance, but like it's enough. Oh, there's Virtua Fighter characters, by the way. It's Jeffrey.
Oh, that's cool. I like funny cross-game reference.
Sega loves to do that, especially in this era.
Sega
So
also loves
much.
putting their own logo everywhere.
Yeah,
Funny part.
definitely.
Well, this was before they realized they could sell that advertising space to actual.
Don't remind me.
Or they pulled a Capcom.
Like NBA 2K or UB or actual advertising now.
Yeah, instead of loading bars, it's just an actual commercial.
Yeah.
That's
Street Fighter 5.
So we can again see how far behind or ahead Lightning is. You can see that.
Oh, Drake
Wait, what happened?
running into a wall and then getting turned around.
Yeah, it didn't react to the left signs fast enough. It just ate it right on the median.
Oh yeah, hold on. I have a funny gif for that. Did someone delete my gif?
Is it the reverse gif with the Lakitu?
Yeah, done.
Gotcha.
Well, I knew you were going to play that. I was hoping you'd play the player dead one instead.
No, I mean, it's just deleted. Oh. Alright.
Sadly, I don't think there's any parts where we can fall off in any of these games. I wish, but because that would be completely hilarious.
The white flag is out. This is
The white flag is out. This is the final lap.
But let's see on the lap how far ahead or behind Lightning is.
Because lap 3 was the reverse problem. It was right here is where,
Yeah, right there.
You mean section lap, yeah.
yeah, the section 3 lap. And that is 7 seconds gained.
You're burning up the tires.
Still doesn't sound like burning.
Doesn't. Some random guy in Sega Japan office
Yeah.
just voiced that.
Yeah, that's always funny. Oh my god.
Oh. Just no traction there.
They're running up the tires.
There's
It sounds more like he's saying you're burning up the tire. So only one of
Oh,
them
just
is
one.
actually being affected.
Whoa!
Which one do you think it is?
I'm gonna go back.
I think it's from driver's side.
I was thinking passenger back right.
This is why you and I are opposites.
Do Daytona cars have drive?
They have
It's probably
side,
an arcade flyer.
they have side wheel drive.
Right wheel. Only the ones on the left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, actually, that makes sense. Like, you would use the ones on the right if you're going in a circle like NASCAR. Oh, Lightning. Pretty bad hit there. In all his speed.
Oh, my creator.
Yeah. It really sounds like you're firing up the tires.
I mean,
See.
essentially the same thing.
Yeah, here we go. Desert City, 5 out of 13. You have a nice little progress marker on the bottom, by the way.
I think CapnDrake may have driven this better, this course. I see
I think
Lightning
so,
crash
too.
a lot. Like, boom. Okay, that kind
This
of
is
worked
not a
out.
course that's conducive to crashing.
It's honestly like these kind of more like crazy turns that causes Lightning to just like crash into them more consistently is probably what gave CapnDrake the better time. But something like the level that Drake is currently on, I would assume Lightning is going to gain a lot of time.
There's a
'cause
bunch
they're
of...
mostly just
Yeah, like the one that he took pretty early, the one in the middle of the track, basically. Look at the map. That's kind of 90 degrees, but other than that, you're right. There's more smooth turns in this one.
No, lightning.
But
It didn't work last time.
it's crazy how it kind of still works out, you know?
It's such a video game thing. I'm just gonna crash in the wall, you know.
Right, so Lightning entering this track. at about 118. So it's ahead by 27 seconds.
And is this TBC? Is this the longest of the 3 games, or
Yes,
for
definitely.
4 games? Sorry.
Yeah, because Sega Rally is only 3 tracks. I want to say Manic City Superbike is either 2 or 3, and then Sega Touring is 2. I don't remember how I decided the order for this.
So it'll be interesting to see if the other games, with how they
Ouch.
change up the driving, will affect.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like in Sega Rally,
I'm
I think.
really excited. Sega Rally.
Yeah, Sega Rally is like a CapnDrake game if we go by what happened so far.
I think Sega Rally is definitely the point in this question where you see who has just a handle on this better. Because Manic CT Superbike, definitely not. That one's, I just threw that in for fun. And Sega Touring Car is just like impossible, so. Yeah, look at that, no problem on that 90-degree turn.
Litenang took 6 seconds longer for the first lap. And CapnDrake turned it up another 9 seconds faster in the second.
Yeah, it's not looking good for Lightning on this track.
Yeah. This is like a shift suddenly where CapnDrake is suddenly going way faster. Oh, another improvement. It's going to be a 53.
Oh, great.
Flag is out. This is
Yeah, I think Drake probably realized maybe in that second or third like course that speed is king. And taking these turns slow is not going to cut it.
Yeah, CapnDrake going fast around these turns. And then a little off the gas there. Oh, beautiful. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, it was last lap. It was beautiful. You did it like perfectly last lap.
It looked really
it was
perfect
fine.
until he crashed into the wall, to be fair. It was unexpected. It felt like a new situation.
Yeah, one thing that I'm sad about that I couldn't include for this collection, I tried rebuilding it later and like mess around with so much Lua trying to get this to work. I don't know why it didn't. Was analog control, because all these games support analog control on the Saturn, but it just like, I don't know why. I just, every single time that I tried to load a state with it. Oh, we're Manic CT Superbike now.
A lot louder.
Yeah, this game's very loud. I had to put a note in the pacement because we found out during testing, Vith was like, this game is way louder than the other ones.
Oh my god, Lightning is just sliding left, right, left. All the walls. Took a minute, which CapnDrake was a 55, I think, on the second lap. Third lap was a 53. It's not even gonna be close to a 53.
Yeah,
this is
not
a
looking great.
horrible lap for Lightning.
Yeah, this is Lightning's pit stop.
Yeah, but is this the game where you can go in first person? I don't know. Yes.
Okay, now we're fine.
It,
Yeah, Manic CT Superbike, especially the first track, is like a pushover. The other ones definitely get a little trickier, but this first one is just like a joke.
Well, it's nice to kind of give the racers
Yeah, it's a
at
breather.
least give them time to adjust to what the new control scheme is going to be like.
I think it's the case in all the games, really, because even Sega Rally, the first track is like pretty easy.
oh man, I would play this in first person because it's fun.
This is why this has a potential motion sickness warning if you play in first person on this.
Oh, it's actually potential motion sickness. It's self-inflicted motion sickness.
Yeah. In the arcade, this game is like so awesome
Yeah.
because you play it on like the real bike. It's
yeah,
so cool.
Yeah, those games are cool. Oh my god, Lightning.
Lost a bit of time.
Lightning is undecided. I think this one's definitely the easier way to play this.
Yeah, definitely.
But the other
Yeah,
one's so
Manic
much more
CT,
fun.
definitely kind of a breather. I would say that I think that Daytona is probably the hardest game in this collection, so it's nice to have a breather now. Maybe it's just because I play a lot of Sega Rally. I think people might find that harder. Yeah, it's I really wish I could have included analog control, but It caused way too many problems.
Oh,
But
the
going
white
off
flag is out.
Going off the times right now, they are pretty much even.
Oh, you mean in the race?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. Lightning is maybe a little ahead, a few seconds entering this game.
Another weird part about analog controls that I found out, if you have the Saturn analog controller, all these games, one nice part about this for a collection is that all the games have unified controls. Except if you're playing with the Saturn analog controller. For whatever reason, Manic CT Superbike flips the shift up and shift down buttons by default. For just completely no reason. It's a little fun fact about making this for all you people out there.
So any of you Saturn devs out there who want to make another racing game,
Yeah, make a control like this. You can swap the controls in the menu, luckily. It's just so weird. It's only on the analog controller.
CapnDrake improved every lap, 110, 17, 14 or something like that. But Litenang actually drew fast the first lap. Let's see if this keeps up.
This is when we're gonna have some more close quarters and like actual turns on this lap, on this track. I don't even remember the name. I think this is called like TT course or something.
Oh, Lightning driving faster. This was CapnDrake's third.
Oh
lap.
yeah, that's a
Was
good
his
time.
best one, yeah. But like you said, if this track is a lot more bendy and narrow, maybe that's in CapnDrake's favor because that's where we saw CapnDrake pull ahead in Daytona.
it'll be interesting to see what those lap times look like in the next course for both players. Because I think Drake has now got a better handle on this game.
Handle.
Yeah, this is definitely the easiest one to pick up. It just feels right. It's very easy to control in.
CapnDrake driving well. Never mind.
Oh no, not if that happens.
Keeps happening.
Stop complimenting the racers, Maurice.
Oh, Lightning going super fast here. It's gonna be another lap record, I think. Yeah, that's 103.
Yeah, made up
Like
about
10
5.
seconds.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, imagine driving a motor like this with like D-pad control,
Yeah, it's just
constantly leaning to the right, left, 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 left.
imagine playing like this in like an arcade. Like
Oh god,
it'd be crazy.
they're gonna throw you out for destroying the arcade machine.
there doesn't seem to be too much of a consequence for running into the wall at high speeds in this game as opposed to...
You don't flip.
Yeah, no, not compared to Daytona.
which I think is actually in Lightning's benefit.
I mean, you probably slow down, right? At least.
Yeah, you do.
Let's see. I'm really curious about this lap time. There's like a 10 to 15 second lead for Lightning right now, I believe.
Yeah, like even that crash for Drake, not so bad. Lost some speed from it, but it wasn't like a disaster like it would be in Daytona. Here's the same turn from Lightning. Oh, took it way better. Wow.
Oh, Lightning is faster.
No speed
3
loss.
seconds.
Yeah, there is almost no... Like, you still want to take the turns really well. But even, like, running into the wall, you're not losing too much speed in this game.
Yeah, that's true. The way Lightning took that turn right before the finish, he ran it with 2 walls and it was still probably faster than if you go carefully.
Like, if this were real life, he'd be dead. But this is a video game, so he gets more speed.
Like an Isle of Man situation.
Always reminds me of like Mario Kart Wii, where like
Oh, what?
the one thing you never want to do in NK Wii is be in the air. So like you'll just like purposely bonk into walls everywhere just because it's faster.
Yeah, I noticed that too, Maurice. Lightning went right through that building.
Yeah, and there
Yeah.
was a lamppost too. That's crazy. The inhabitants opened the door for him.
Gotta love the Sega Saturn.
Yeah, Drake's times are getting a little better, but just Lightning has had more consistent, faster times initially.
Oh, there we
Sega
go. Yeah,
Rally.
it was 2.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
this is my favorite of the 3. I love this game.
I mean, Sega Rally is like legendary for how it brought forward the 3D racing genre.
Yeah, it's like it's the first rally game to be like real because all the rally games before this, when you were on different terrain, it just like changed your top speed. This one actually changes your handling.
That was a zebra.
Yeah, I think that's yeah.
Yes.
All right. Only one. I don't think that's how zebras.
It's not a rally game unless there's a zebra halfway
And a
through
guy
the first
talking to you.
course. Yeah.
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
Oh, that's not good.
You played Neo Drift Out every time you jumped. Co-driver or whatever. He was like, "Whoa!"
Whoa!
Maybe.
Very long, easy right.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think I don't know what it says. Like, I always thought it said baby, but I'm like, I think your co-driver should be like confident about what he's saying. It's not a good sign.
It is. I don't remember.
Like right, I think.
It's like an obvious left turn. He's like, I thought it was a right. Like, it looks like a left, but maybe be ready in case it's a right.
It's like it's not too hard, but maybe it's like it's not too easy left.
Maybe a boulder. Alright, so
Yeah, this is the game I was waiting to see.
Lightning entering this race 135 after CapnDrake with the 145 retime means that Lightning is actually 10 seconds ahead.
Probably
People
the funniest
look on
thing
that.
about this game that we saw for both Lightning and Drake is that the game actually starts you in neutral gear, and to start at the race, you actually have to shift up in the first.
Oh yeah, we saw
It's
that
the
on
only
both.
game that does that.
Is this actually laps or is this a sprint? And laps are just
It is
sections. Okay. 'Cause
Yeah,
I know- I
the
know
arcade
rallies-
version, there are no laps.
Yeah, I think I've played the arcade version once and there's like sectors. Laps.
And I could have kept this at 1 lap each, but I like this game too much, so I wanted to play it more.
No, I think it's fun.
Yeah, it's also like I think this is the most interesting one to see people play in the race.
It's maybe a bit weird to think, but I think if you can control how much they play of each game in a mystery tournament match, just make them play the fun one the most. Why not? We're here to have fun.
Oh, we play the least of Sega Touring Car. It's the real reason.
But pretty similar time for their first laps.
But CapnDrake improved a lot. Didn't have to shift up at the start, so maybe that helped a little bit. I'm curious how Lightning ends up too. Oh, other improved 9
Finish.
point something.
I mean, compared to the 4 games, this is the most different. With the terrain being as drastic as it is.
But Lightning's strategy of lightly hitting walls is still working out, I think. Ooh, not that one. Oh, dead.
Yeah, this is the lap time's definitely gonna
Ooh.
suffer here.
Going all over the
Yeah.
place.
Oh, my creator!
Oh, but it's actually just
You know,
Still
not
the
really.
one and a
Not
half
really.
seconds slower than CapnDrake was.
Medium left.
I think CapnDrake had a 101. Maybe.
I think that's right. Yeah, because it was around.
Yeah, it was 101.
CapnDrake will have to catch up a little. That 10 seconds lead for Lightning entering Sega Rally. So that's maybe 1 second-ish. And imagine if I could like delay CapnDrake's time by 1 minute 45. That would be cool. Can't do that.
I think you. Well, not in the solution that you have.
I
Yeah.
can't do it.
If we had the old solution of just capturing an OBS, we could actually. I know, because I had to do that on my own stream. Delay a game by 5 seconds because
Wait, look at
it
this.
had nudity in it.
CapnDrake is at 140 total time. Just 5 seconds. Yeah.
Yeah,
CapnDrake
this-
has halved the distance between him and Lightning.
And he's been driving really well on this course.
Been advertising Castrol well as well. You need motor oil, I think. I'm not actually sure what Castrol does.
Yeah, I don't actually know.
Get Castrol.
Probably an auto company. Long, medium, right. I love having the rally guy help me out. It's like, it's surprising how much it actually like helps.
Oh, the co-driver.
Yeah, the co-driver.
Yeah. When we played Racing GP, we had a bunch of rally games like this, and like whatever the co-driver says, I'm doing.
If he leads you to your death, you know what? At least you're following instructions.
Look, I'm dying with a friend. That's all I can say. Jump off this cliff. Sure thing, rally guy. Wait, was that sign advertising jazz? Just
Such
as
a
a
Sega thing.
This is a good
just
thing,
as a
man.
concept.
Gotta get up those. Oh wait! Oh, look at Lightning's lap time compared to CapnDrake. 5 seconds lost for CapnDrake. That's huge. I think CapnDrake is again braking, and Lightning is not so much, and it's working out for Lightning.
Yeah, Lightning is taking these drifts a lot more aggressively than Drake.
Caution!
Caution, hairpin right.
Yeah, whereas
Not a
Drake
great turn.
Whereas Drake took that turn really slow, I think what we're going to see on Lightning is he is just going
here it
to
comes.
hit the wall.
Here it comes.
Yeah.
And bog.
Oh. If it, I know in the arcade version you can just kind of ride the wall on it. It's a common strategy.
Yeah, that's what they do in NASCAR too, I hear.
Yeah, that one clip of that guy doing
The
that.
one, yeah.
You can do that in F-Zero as well. You can rail slide like that. I've learned how to do that for racing, for FunFest.
CapnDrake's laps 2 and 3 were 122 and 121. But I think Lightning is actually still faster than that. It's gonna be a 121. Yeah, Lightning is catching up by like 5 seconds on this track, or maybe even
Yeah, Lightning has
not
had some
catching up.
very
Sorry. Ending the lead.
has had some very good drift turns in
Mm.
this one.
And we'll have to see. Mountain is definitely a tricky course. There's a lot of tight turns right here. This is the last Sega Rally course. Unless you're really, really good at the arcade version, then you get the bonus one. And it's like impossible.
If I made a game like this, the more you crash into walls, the more angry your driver gets. And like if you do it too much, he's just gonna stop talking. He's gonna pout. Like if you can't listen to what I'm saying, then I'll stop talking.
He's got a 20-second pout delay. Where he tells you the turns after you've already done them.
Yeah, or like Timo Star says,
You
Samir,
idiot.
you are
It's a
breaking the
medium
car,
right on the
Samir.
right. You just get past the turn, he's being like, "Hey, idiot, that was a medium right, not a light
Samir,
right."
look for the
What are you
road.
doing?
That really. So Lightning with a 121 and another 121 here. We're catching up 5 seconds roughly, like I said.
Exactly 10 milliseconds slower than his previous lap.
And here
Is
we
that
go.
one?
It's
Yeah,
now-
they've
No,
been-
it's 10.
The lead has been like between 5 to 10 seconds
Yeah.
this entire race.
And it's back to
Like-
11 seconds right now, so... And there's one more Sega Rally track, which Lightning has proven to be faster on so far.
it's gonna be a tragedy that a
Oh my
pit
God,
stop.
Lightning.
Oh, not like that.
Oh yeah, the pit stop. That was like
The
30
pit stop
seconds easily.
might be the death of CapnDrake in this one,
Like 30 seconds is so much.
especially in a racing game.
Yeah, and like you said, it's been between 5 and 10 seconds. Like there's only so much you can do.
Like at some point, you're just hoping that your opponent crashes more in these races.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Sega Touring Car could definitely be the decider.
It's compared to just stopping. No, well, the stopping is the retime. Like, Lightning will get his time back from the controls issue. Yeah. CapnDrake will not get the time back from the pit stop. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, this could come down to Sega Touring Car.
I think driving faster.
Yeah, that's 2 seconds right there. It's the little things.
In German, lap and round are like you call a lap a round. So I'll go like, oh,
Makes sense.
first
You know,
round.
beat the first level of that of that course.
First level.
Two more levels. They're the exact same.
That's how video games work.
I do remember a really old, I think it was a Let's Play video of somebody, this guy was playing Super Mario World, and he sounded like a mobster, and he kept calling lives levels the whole time, and like he was just like farming lives.
Oh, I got
It's just
2
so
levels
weird.
left. Oh, Lightning is like,
Ooh, this
oh,
is
that's
bad.
bad.
That's bad.
managed to like flick his car around. I guess the game kind of did it for him because you don't
Yeah.
want to be stuck like that. But still, that's a lot of time lost. Here we go. It's whatever you said, Sega Touring Cars.
Sega Touring Car Championship, and apparently there are 3 tracks in this, according to my little progress marker I made at the bottom.
Game looks a lot faster.
It's
Oh.
really fast. There's
This
also
is
no
speed.
mini map.
We got speed, see?
Also, we got music.
This is
Getting-
this game is awesome music.
He's got 5 lives in order to do this level, see?
Not the map.
And this is a very tight reaction game because there's no mini map.
If you look at Lightning, he actually lost 3 seconds to CapnDrake. CapnDrake. Wait, no, was it 170? CapnDrake did the second lap a lot faster than the first. Maybe I'm remembering. But Lightning lost a lot of time on lap 2.
Yeah, just going sideways and running into that wall.
That's a bad idea.
Yeah, why didn't his rally car friend tell him not to do that?
Don't crash into the wall, maybe.
Light crash, left.
Oh, you did a hard crash, Samir.
Yeah, we'll have to see. This first track again in touring cars kind of a pushover.
Oh,
Oh.
Lightning barely avoids the 90-degree crash again, but still, that's a pretty bad.
Had the wall assist,
Rolling start.
but we are going to see as soon as
Oh, what? How did it?
I think gained time though.
Apparently, yeah, like that's 12 to 13 seconds now. Crash at the start, but CapnDrake also had a pretty bad start. Is there only one track in this game?
There are 3.
3, okay. CapnDrake's time is really consistent.
Yeah, definitely just kind of blowing through this. Again, just like Manic TT Superbike and Sega Rally, the first track is kind of a pushover, kind of get you accustomed to the controls. It was not that way in Daytona, but we'll have to see. Yeah, this game is just so fast.
Yeah, the lap is so short. 26 seconds. Gonna be 25? No.
So what are the subtle differences with this game than
Ouch.
the rally game we just had, TPC?
This one's on asphalt. It's really like tight to control. Sega Rally's kind of loose because it's a rally game, but this one's like very tight.
So it's almost going like the complete opposite of what they were driving previously.
Yes.
I think Lightning is having a little bit slower lap times here.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if it's
Yeah.
enough. Has a 12-second lead going into the last game. He's losing like a second per lap here. That one was fine.
Yeah, that one was good. Drake was like 27, 26 for pretty much every lap.
The first one was 27 and the others were all in a 20.
Yeah, but Lightning almost having like a 29 for the first lap.
Yeah. But that's only
Is
like,
there only... Is this the last course for Drake, or is there one more after this?
There's one more.
yeah, this
Okay.
is
The script actually puts a little thing at the bottom that says "Remember to dot done" at the end of this track.
Oh.
6.
Very
It has a
kind
lap
of you.
counter. Yeah,
Very
it has a track
kind of
counter
you.
as well. It says 11 out of 13 on the one that Lightning was on.
Oh! Half Beastie dropping the knowledge in the chat, saying that the in-game time is actually not accurate. It's not real time.
Yeah, Sega Touring, the in-game time is not accurate for whatever reason.
Well, let's
I,
look.
I think it's a Saturn problem, because I think the arcade version is not that way.
That's interesting. That would explain the 13 seconds that we saw.
This will come. We'll probably have to do a closer look to make sure who is the actual winner of this.
We'll see. The third track in Sega Touring Car is definitely a killer. It's probably the hardest track in this whole collection.
Oh, that's a bad crash for Lightning.
Oh, that is a lot of speed gone.
I think
This is
CapnDrake
definitely
is
the consistency game.
CapnDrake is, I think, making up a lot of time in this game.
Yeah,
Let's
just
see.
fast,
35.
consistent
Oh.
driving.
Wait, where are we? Are we in the pit? That was weird. We were in the pit, but luckily we didn't do a pit stop. This race would be over if Lightning
Yeah,
does a
imagine
pit
the
stop.
tragedy that would be.
But again, like 1.2 seconds difference here. And if what Half Beastie says is true, then it's actually more like maybe a little more even.
Like, this race is going to be decided between seconds.
Yeah. Exciting! Love it. I wanna. Oh! Lightning crashes into the
Lightning!
pit divider!
Oh, right into the median.
Oh, that's 3.5
Oh,
seconds
that's
slower
a
than
lot
Captain
of
Drake's lap.
time.
That's so unfortunate.
Get ready to dot done. Whoa. And it like disappears after the counter is done.
Yeah, I did that manually actually. I had a number of frames until
That's cool.
until the go appears. I do that on every single
You
one,
could've
which is fun
Could
because
have probably found some
I could have.
memory address where it says whether you have control or not.
Yeah, I just did a manual frame timer.
Captain Drake not driving perfectly here, but maybe this track is a lot difficult.
This was so much harder. Yeah, the only like hacky part of the script kind of is that for some reason Sega Rally, I make it so you can't LR start until the lap counter goes past the maximum number of laps. But
that's
Sega
good.
Rally starts at 255 laps before the go appears.
Ah.
So I had to put in a special thing just for that. I was like, oh, it's so close to being like perfect looking.
I love how this game has Europe.
Yeah, it does. There's the Sega logo. There's another logo.
Lightning is in the pit again.
Lightning has been consistently taking this pit path because I think is just afraid to hit that divider again. So it's just taking that turn wide.
So this whole race, Captain Drake has been fighting to catch up from one mistake, which was to enter the pit during the second? One of the races in
It was
Daytona.
I think it was the second.
That was the second.
It was the
Oh,
second
because-
course
yeah.
of the first game.
It was the confusing one where it wasn't really clear which one was the pit and which one was the actual track. Rolling start. Entering this track at in-game time 1:39 behind, but we don't know how much that means. This timer actually isn't accurate.
Lightning is
Yeah, the
hitting
sucker's definitely not accurate.
every wall.
Any of you band kids out there will know my method of counting time. because I'm sure you use it too. If you just sing the Stars and Stripes Forever, it's at exactly 120 beats per minute.
Yeah, I do
That's
that
a
all
that's
the
a little
time.
tip. Well, it's for band kids because we're tortured by it. So
But better first lap for Litenang on this course.
Oh, and by a lot. In fact, that's a better lap than any that CapnDrake has driven. Alright, last lap, the white flag is out.
instead of the checkered flag, it's the done flag.
It's really hard to tell who's ahead. I think Litenang may actually be ahead, and it's making good time here. Like CapnDrake's lap times.
Yeah, all of those terrible laps in the previous course are just being erased in this one. Mostly because just like Litenang isn't even making an attempt to turn. Is honestly just driving straight into the wall at a tiny angle and is using the wall to line himself up.
It's not a bad idea to just kind of like ride the walls like that in a game that lets you do it. Man, that's a fast lap time.
Yeah, and Triscorp made a good point. I saw the same thing. CapnDrake was stuck in 4th gear. Is there like a thing where if you accidentally shift, it goes to manual?
I don't think so. They're all manual.
Oh, this is manual?
Yes, all the games are manual.
Oh, really? Well, then just forgot to shift up, I guess.
Yeah, we saw Drake doing it like in Daytona. Was just stuck in 3rd gear the whole time. Didn't really shift up or down that much.
Last lap. Litenang very much faster on this.
I love how this track is called Brick Wall Town.
What of players have been finding. Alright, so if we have a 1:45 retime, then Litenang has to finish before 30 seconds on the race timer. So 20 seconds left, and I think.
And that's easy. That he's going to.
I think so too. And that's probably done. Kind of guessing because Litenang isn't even in the race room. But I think that's a victory for Litenang by about 11 seconds. If we remove 1:45 from this timer, let me do some quick math.
Yeah, I mean,
Hard math. 49.34. But I think that's the first. But we'll have to wait on official moderated decision on this.
the official retime.
I did put what we believe is the final time for Litenang, but it may not.
But this is kind of the storied case of racing games. It is a game of seconds. Where
It's a game where players that you may not think would have an up against like a top player might actually eke out a win. This has happened already once this tournament, Zhao versus Zex. Just Zhao completely that was different because Zhao completely like dominated Zex in that game, but you know,
Yeah,
this is a lot closer.
chat noticing, like, looking at just the times of this course, 257 versus 309 versus Drake.
Yeah, that's a lot of time.
Like, consistently Litenang was having faster times.
Oh yeah, like
Yeah,
man,
definitely.
music is popping. It's future grind.
Yeah, definitely Drake not playing with manual transmission as well enough. That was a really big thing.
Yeah, I like you could hear the motor this whole time being in high RPM, and I was thinking the game is weird that it does that, but I didn't know it was a manual transmission.
You know why it's manual transmission? Because it's MT.
More fun.
It
Oh!
was on screen the whole time.
Oh!
That's not actually the
It's
reason
also
why.
more
I
fun,
just figured.
but yeah. No,
It's
I
more
like
fun.
it. I like it.
Welcome to Manual Transition 007 tourney. But at this point, I think signs are pointing towards Lightning being the winner of that, which, in some regards, could be considered an upset.
I mean, yeah.
It would definitely be considered an upset.
You look at these cards. That means CapnDrake is out. This was a loser.
Yes.
It would mean CapnDrake. They don't
would
have
mean
an
that-
official decision.
It would mean that Trambles has a load off his chest.
Not necessarily. Winning is hard.
Well, winning is hard, but I would definitely much rather fight Lightning than Drake.
Oh, do you play against the winner?
I have to win
If
my
you
next
beat
match,
Mundungu.
Oh, and then you play
which
against the winner.
that's not, which is also not an easy task.
Just go fast.
Just win.
Yeah.
Come on, forehead. Just win.
I had to explain forehead to Myth, though I'd use rough time. We can have a quick look at coming up. Schedule. There's not a lot coming up. We're kind of nearing the end of the tournament. There's not that many matches left.
Well, we did just have a game right now.
Did
as
we?
well.
Oh
Yeah,
my
so
god.
immediately coming up.
Oh my
we
god.
actually are going to
This is
have.
the top 8 qualifier.
This is going to be the. Is this the first one?
Second.
Second one.
Oh my god.
So this is the first one of today.
Okay.
See, I saved
Oh,
it.
Wow.
true.
It's the first
so
one
true.
with a player having the first letter P. It's like those weird world records that they always try to make. Oh, longest time carrying an egg upside down in blue pants.
No, it's baseball stats. One of my favorite things is just like, this person is 2-4 on Sundays when it's raining outside.
And that's
They
today
are-
as well.